Oops. Okay, that one was actually like a little bit on the short side, so I think I'm gonna do 2 chapters in one video. Only 2 servants allowed again. Berserker and Lancer. Then I will use a support saber and my own support servant. What saber do I want to use? Let's go with Musashi. She's always good. And mash. Okay. Hope this fight doesn't suck. The match is coming up in just a few hours. How are you feeling? I'm sorry. I think I still need more time. Please don't apologize. Honestly, I'm sorry that I couldn't do more to help. If you were a normal human, I could have used a purification miracle to cleanse the poison, but since you're a god of this region, well... Alright, I'll go tell Bradamant and Cursor that you can't compete. Hold on. It's just you and me here right now, yes? Yes, I believe so. Bradamant and Cursor are both outside getting ready. Perfect. You see, I still have one last idea. I think you'll understand it if you see it for yourself. Is that... So Martha's totally gonna be competing with us instead of Ketz, right? I guess she can't compete after all. Quetzalcoatl? It looks like you still need more time to let the poison run its course. I can't let you step into the ring when you're not fully recovered. I know I still haven't reclaimed my power, but I can't ask a friend and ally to sacrifice her life just for that. That would go against everything I stand for as a knight. So even if we can't keep competing together, that doesn't mean I'm giving up. After I've officially withdrawn, I'll find a new way to pursue my knightly duties. One where I can still hold my head high and... I feel better than ever. Yes! Huh? That's strange. There's something different about you, but I can't put my finger on it. Still, you're wearing a ring costume and your mask, so you must be my partner, right? Oh my god. Bradamant. No, you're so stupid. Different? Why would you think something's different? Can't you see what I'm wearing on my head? Who could I be but Quetzal Mask? Right, Master? Oh yeah, you're a wrestler if I've ever seen one. Right? It actually scares me a little too. But then, of course it would, seeing as we're both rulers. Our whole existence is the passing on of ruling things, right? So I've always been the ruler of the ring. Pow, pow! Just look how nimble I am. You can see the poison's all gone and that I'm in great shape, right? Hey, that's great! I knew that shameful attempt to poison you would be useless against a heart so just. What is it, Lord Foe? I'm always glad to hear anything a friend of Lord Merlin has to say. They're not friends. No comment, Foe. I guess Bradamant is rather too pure to see what's going on. I think it would be best if we didn't burst her bubble. So, I hope you don't mind if I whisper here, but are you serious about this? Yes, good point. I guess I did get a bit carried away. I'm calmer now. I asked her if she was serious too, Mash. But she just looked me right in the eye and said I was the only one who could do this. How could I say no to that? So I decided to set aside our religious differences and accept. As her friend, a heroic spirit, and a fellow woman warrior, I felt it was the least I could do. And, truly, the thought of having to forfeit because of something so vile and underhanded galls me. It would mean all the work I've done as a coach would be for naught. So I figured cutting loose and engaging in a bit of mild shenanigans would at least be better than doing nothing. I guess Bredeman's tenacity must have rubbed off on me. You don't think anyone will catch on? Don't worry, no one else will figure out who I am as long as I keep this mask on. Quetzalcoatl was adamant that masks provide A-rank Noble Phantasm level identity concealment in a lucha match. I'm guessing that's more everyone playing along than an actual effect. Still, are you sure it's okay to pretend like this? Especially coming so soon after all that cheating in the last battle? I asked Quetzalcoatl about that myself, and her response was, sometimes gods turn into things they're not, just to mess with humans, yes? So, I think it's fine? So on that note, you can call me New Quetzal Mask. Now that I've recovered from being poisoned, I'm back with many more punches and kicks than before. So please pay it no mind if my fighting style is completely different than it was before. I have to admit, it's nice that wearing this mask means I don't have to be so constantly focused on making sure I exude an aura of saintliness. I don't really get it, but got it. I'll make sure to follow your lead, especially since you only just recovered. Just tell me what I can do to make it easier for you to fight. I will. Now then, let's go kick some ass. So you defeated the American team and the Chinese team, huh? Well, that's nothing. They may have been the most cruel and sadistic of the four heavenly kings, but we're the wildest and toughest. Get ready for the biggest twist in this whole event. Just be careful not to keel over from shock. Okay then, that was unexpected. We represent the animal kingdom! Bet you never thought you'd have to fight one of this event's officials! No, I had a feeling this was coming. I didn't, actually, but... And this is my trusty partner. As soon as I saw her, I knew she was the one. Just look at that wild boar on her shoulder, and that outfit! It's perfect for wrestling! I don't think you'd find a better warrior for the animal kingdom anywhere in the world. Please do not stare at me. This was all her idea. She convinced me to join by pointing out that a never-ending Christmas would also mean never-ending smiles on children, but I just cannot get used to fighting for show like this. She seems more embarrassed to be here than anything. But the fact that this team made it this far means they must be much stronger than they seem. We can't let our guard down around them. Of course not. These are eminently worthy opponents. Only worthy? Girl, we're this tournament's apex predator! She doesn't have a clue. Bet you thought I was just Dark Cuckoo's tame house cat, didn't ya? Just thought I was an adorable, diligent kitten running around at her master's bidding. But all this time, you were blind to the secret truth. The fact that we totally stole info about all our opponents. That's true. As the one leading all the different teams around and carrying messages between them, Jaguar Warrior would be able to enter each team's training gym without arousing suspicion. That way, she could learn who each team's members are, their fighting style, all sorts of information that could give her an advantage in a tournament like this. I took you for a cat, but it seems you're more of a rat. Our last opponents were apparently not the only vermin scurrying around this place. I thought Black Quetzal Mask was trying to hold a fair, legitimate tournament. Are you sure she would approve of you blatantly cheating like this? You know what makes wild animals wild? The fact that they'll do whatever it takes to survive. Would you blame a chameleon for blending in, an opossum for playing dead, a sloth for being lazy? No, wait, scratch that last one. Those things actually die if they exert themselves too much. Anywho. Well, since Dark Cuckoo hasn't actually said anything about it all this time, I'm positive she's cool with it. Meow. I have no interest in cowardice or honor. Survival is all that matters. Besides, I am sure there is a secret place where the results are revealed or an illegal way to watch the matches. There must be, given that the people appear to be betting on them. What are you talking about? Children often come up to me whenever I'm out in town lately. They ask for my autograph or to shake my hand, or if there is any news of a figurine being made of me. I am told that Mexican children look up to strong wrestlers, so they must know that I am one. You should see the way they smile at me. Indeed, it is those smiles I fight for, and they are why I must keep winning. They are all that I need in this world. That's the spirit! Anyways, thanks to my little bit of subterfuge, my spying went perfectly. I know everything about you. Your moves, your combinations, your weaknesses, everything! At this point, the Forest Fourth Dimension, that's our team name, BT Dubs, all but has this in the bag. The Samba counter hold I came up with for this day is so tight you're gonna feel like your limbs are snapping. So go on, dance as much of your silly samba as you like. It's not like it'll do you any good, meow. Did you hear me? I said dance all the silly samba you want. Huh? Orthodox karate with a super low center of gravity? What happened to the funky samba rhythm, meow? Okay then. Nice. Really, Mash? Fine, whatever. Please leave her alone. Evade, huh? Okay, I actually don't remember if Taiga is single target or AoE, so I'm just gonna put invulns on both, just to be safe. Okay. Cool. Easy peasy. Wow, that one was actually kind of ridiculously easy. Finally! This isn't how it was supposed to go! What? Being over-eager for victory can actually make children dislike you. That is quite a conundrum. The difference in new Quetzal Mask's fighting style really worked in your favor. Yeah. In retrospect, getting poisoned might have been the best thing to happen for this fight. We won because the Lord is with us. Why else? Agreed, though I have to say, you really surprised me. I had no idea you were so good at melee attacks, too. It was almost like watching Coach Martha. Bradamant. She still hasn't realized? She really does take people at their word, doesn't she? Is it just me, or does she actually seem holier now? The whole time? No way! Yeah. I feel totally fine after taking a day off to rest, yes? I can even dance a samba at 120% power. Thank goodness. I'm so glad you're back to your old self. No need to fill me in. I can tell how the match went just from your mood. Felicidades! Congratulations on your victory! But why does Bradamant look so glum even after you won? She's still reeling from learning that new Quetzal Mask was actually Martha all along. Not to mention... Is it wrong that we won with the secret substitute? I'm not sure that's what a Holy Knight would do. As long as you weren't disqualified for cheating, then it doesn't count, no? If it did, we'd never have moves like Poison Mist or be able to use corkscrews during bouts. Just so you know, I had my reservations about this too, okay? I even said no at first. But if Quetzalcoatl told you surely St. Nicholas would want you to fight in a mask to protect his honor, yes? Wouldn't you be inclined to agree with her too? Besides, we can't let the true Santa power fall into the wrong hands and sully St. Nicholas's name. That's the most important thing here. Where did you come from? Cowardice is always a matter of perspective. If winning will serve justice and losing allow injustice, then winning is all that matters. I'm certain even you have fought battles in the past where you didn't always loudly proclaim who you were at the outset. Well, yes, that's true. Wait, who are you again? Ho ho ho. It's me, Santa Senior. She came to pay me a visit, yes. I had joined this tournament on behalf of Western Asia, but unfortunately, I ended up losing. Didn't you say it was against the rules to have the same Santa 2 years in a row? Well, yes. But if I had successfully gained the true Santa power, then I would be Neo-Santa. Completely different. Surely no one could take issue with me repeating a year if I underwent a drastic change of image, right? Anyway, it wouldn't be any fun to just pack up and leave now, so with that pesky feline out of the way, I thought this would be a good chance to come see you again, and to get a good look at Charlemagne's niece. You know His Imperial Majesty? Ho ho. Maybe, maybe not. Certain things about my relationships are complex and difficult to define. Right. Anyway, now that we've won, all's well that ends well. And with Quetzalcoatl back in action, my stress relief, namely being guilted into being your ringer, is over. While I wish I could welcome you with a pot of my famous stew, I'm afraid we just don't have the time now. Between Quetzalcoatl's fighting instinct rehab and our strategy meeting for the next match, there's just too much else on our plate. I'm sorry. Stew, huh? Too bad. I would have loved to try some. That's alright. Santa doesn't get hungry. Santa Senior? I think you got your inner and outer voices mixed up. Oops, how silly of me. Ho ho ho. I'll be glad to sample your stew some other time. More importantly, I need to warn you about your next match. You mean you have some info about our opponents in the semifinals? Oh wow, we're that far already? Not exactly. Then again, maybe I do? This is really just a feeling. Call it sheep's intuition. Your next match will be the 6th in this tournament, the semifinals. The last hurdle to overcome before presumably facing off with Black Quetzal Mask in the finals. They're bound to be the most skilled team in the tournament. It's not that I doubt you, but I expect you're going to have a hard time against them. It doesn't matter how skilled they are. We can handle anything. Between Quetzalcoatl being back in action, the fighting styles Coach Martha taught me, manager/trainer Cursor's top-notch support, and Lord Foe's sheer adorableness, what I'm trying to say is, I don't think that will be enough. What do you mean? It's simple. If what you have right now isn't enough, then you need something more. And I'm certain you already know what that is. Surely it must have crossed your minds at least once or twice before. Can you just tell us what you're talking about? Alright, what you lack is a killer finisher. And unless you can come up with one, you will struggle to win your next match. Ho ho ho. But, nah. Sure? Oh, oops. Now this video has run on a bit long for this series. Like, way long. So I'll probably end up cutting it into 2 pieces after all. Whoops. Anyways, I'll see you all next time.